Hi guys, Andy here, Kent Survival. Thanks for clicking through to another video. Come out today, it's December, late December now, so I guess this is my Christmas video. Yeah, so where shall I begin? I started a couple of weeks ago building a new shelter. I was just down there for half a day really, so I've just made a start. And the idea of today, even though it's getting on a bit, is to do some work on that and stay in it basically. It doesn't matter if it's not complete, I can still stay in it. I've got a tarp with me. But yeah, the shelter is this behind me here. Kind of a U-shaped, kind of battened wood beginning. Yeah, so I was down here, I started off just by levelling the ground there. 'Cause I'm kind of on a bit of a slope here. And then went ahead and just collected this birch. It's the birch I've been collecting for a little while that I've mentioned before. It's been coppiced from in these woodlands, so I've not had to cut anything down myself. So I've just been collecting the felled birch, cutting it down, and kind of putting this together. The clamps or battens, whatever you want to call them really, are temporary at the moment, just to hold the things up. So I was getting an idea of size and how many materials I had. So I'm going to carry on with that. I've only got a couple of hours of daylight left. That's the problem with these winter videos. See how far we get. This is right by my lean-to, which I've started to take materials from. It was never the best lean-to in the world, and I kind of said I was going to probably take it down anyway. I can always rebuild it if I want to, but wanted to do something new, stay somewhere new, so we'll do this for now. I've also got another shelter that I want to do quite soon, probably after Christmas. Yeah, so got quite a lot of kit with me today, to be honest. I'll do some proper cooking for Christmas, some Christmassy food, and yes, I think the first thing I need to do is get some firewood and stuff, so I don't have to think about that later, because I can work on this later on without much light, my headlamp and that, but I don't want to go wandering off firewood when it's dark. Right, let's get going. So the idea of this has changed a bit since I started it. I wanted to see how many materials I had really. I want it to come up at an angle, a bit like a lean-to on kind of a frame, I guess, almost. Yeah, so the entrance is quite big, and then at the back will eventually be a raised platform kind of bed. Did have to lop a limb off of this tree. It was completely dead limb, so I had to take that off. I only realised that just shortly after I actually started building, so I had to kind of redirect it as it fell, but yeah, it's still standing. Eventually it'll be chinked and everything. Yeah, so I should go find some more materials really, because I used up everything I had pretty much. The stuff you probably saw in the background is for another project. I don't want to cut that down because they're nice long ones, but that'll be coming soon. Well, first off I need to cut myself some new uprights. I've got some quite small stuff for that. Because it's coming up higher at the front, I need to replace them. They're only temporary anyway. And I can cut down the other ones and bring up a bit of a slope line on the walls there. And tonight, with only an hour and a half probably of daylight left, I'm probably going to have to just tarp it for the night. But eventually I want it to be some kind of natural roofing on there. Oh no! I've got some of this bank line today. As you can see, I've used paracord before, but I wanted to keep it a bit more discreet on the man-made material, so got the bank line. And I'm just going to put this pole up and like a bit of a ridge pole, just to kind of give myself an idea of what I'm trying to achieve, and I can make the rest to fit. Well, the sun's gone down over the horizon now. It looks lighter for you guys than it does for me. Yeah, quite knackered actually. Been going back and forth, getting materials, getting some firewood. You know how it is. Oh yeah, these are Wells Lament work gloves, leather work gloves. Get asked a lot, so there you go. I've also got some Dickies ones, I think they are, that with a 3M winter lining. Still quite mild here at the moment, as you can see. Yeah, I think it's only getting down to 4 or 5 degrees C tonight. I think it was like 8 or 9 in the day. It's ridiculous. It's the end of December. Crazy. Yeah, so I'm going to halt on this for a while because I've got some materials to work with. I think I'm going to get some kindling together and yeah, just get a fire lay ready. Right, so there's the birch bark I collected earlier, quite a lot of it. Got some kind of 2 stages of kindling there, very dry. Started a fire lay. There's some stuff I battened down a while ago now, and it's out of focus. And some bigger stuff on the ready. And I've got plenty of other firewood over by the lean-to. I've just fetched over the cooking rock from the other shelter. Give me a little surface that I can scrape the birch bark on. It feels so late. It's only 5:20. It's weird. You're out here, it gets dark, you know, 4 o'clock, and it feels like it's the middle of the night. So my fire's going. I've moved my stones from the back of the fire like a horseshoe to the front because it's a very slight slope in front of the shelter, or towards the front of the shelter, to be honest. So it might look a bit wonky from some angles. Yeah, that's why. But yeah, so I've done that. Fire's going, and it's quite warm with that fire, to be honest. Yeah, made some progress. I've bracketed the walls in the middle to stack them up more. Not too much further with that really, because it's just shorter bits now. So I've done that both sides. Quite a lot to do though, to be honest, and I am getting hungry. But an aeroplane going over. Yeah, so I'll do that, and I'm going to just bring in some bits at the front here. So there's kind of like a doorway, and then behind the fireplace there will be a like a fire reflector, so that should stop wind from any direction really. Though the wind comes from down there really, because we're on the downs and we're up on a hill, goes down that way, so it sort of comes up the hill. It's pretty well protected. I want to get as much done as possible before I cook dinner. I've just remembered that I've got these chestnuts, so I'm just going to put a bit of a cross in them. I find that makes it easier to open once it's cooked, and stick those on the fire for a bit of a snack, because I'm not done yet. Built up the fire reflector a bit more, and the walls a bit more. Slowly getting there. I'm just going to put them on in the pan. I remember the last time I did this over in the lean-to last year, I forgot about them. Less likely to this way. Well, here's my foraging haul. Just wanted to show you they kind of open up like that when you split them. Oh, and the one I do on camera falls apart. Must have gone a bit deep. There you go. That papery inner can kind of just pinch off sometimes, and they're done perfect. Oh, I don't think I did any of that on camera. Now I'm feeling Christmassy. Cheers. Merry Christmas. Tarps up, lights up, fire's going. I think it's time for some Christmas dinner. Well, first things first is going to be our roast potatoes. They're going to be a bit more of a sautéed potato type affair really. Before we get them started. With the potatoes on, just preparing a bit of a spit for the meat. Just got two kind of Y sticks and this green piece here. I only need a little bit because I've only got, I was looking at the big chicken crowns and everything and I thought it's too much, so I just got a chicken breast. And yeah, we'll just take the bark off of this and thread that through. Put it next to the fire there. Well, the potatoes are doing their thing. I may have to adjust this or at least stoke the fire back up, but that's our little spit for the chicken. Well, I've got some pigs in blankets because they are the best. And in addition to that, I've just made up a stuffing ball or stuffing patty, whatever you'd like to call it, I don't know. There we go. You know, it doesn't feel like a year ago I was over there in that lean-to cooking a Christmas dinner. It really does go quick, doesn't it? I recently passed my 2-year milestone. I was in late November, so 2 years on YouTube, which also has gone so quickly. Weird times. So, as of the making of this video, I think it's 21,000, just over 21,000 subs now in 2 years. Very happy with that. Thank you, everyone. I have to make a goal for next year. Maybe, let's say 50,000 subs by the end of next year. So three-year anniversary, 50,000 subs. We'll see. Oh, a bit of change. Turn this turkey. Or chicken, as it is. Turkey substitute, let's call it. I'm really looking forward to this. Them chestnuts were really nice, but I'm hungry for some real food. Got some veg as well, not very much. And, you know, what Christmas dinner is complete without a Yorkshire pudding? I got some flack for that last year. Some people say you don't have a Yorkshire pudding with Christmas dinner. It's like a Sunday lunch, you've got to have a Yorkshire pudding. Crazy. Well, peas are on. Yeah, that's all the veg I brought, no Brussels sprouts. Got me Yorkshire puddings. I'm just going to put them on the hot rocks by the fire. Just heat through, maybe crisp up a little. And we're nearly there, nearly Christmas dinner. Right, here we go. Time to plate up. Pan's still a little hot by the sounds of things. And I decided to mix the peas in with the gravy, or the gravy in with the peas. Well, that looks pretty good, I don't mind saying. Curious about these roast potatoes, pan potatoes, whatever you'd like to call them. They look pretty done. Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's hot, but it's good. And I've got to go for one of these. Oh, them sausages are so juicy. Yep, chicken's done just fine. And I suppose I better try some of that stuffing. It's just a stuffing mix. Nothing fancy today. Oh, it fell off my fork. No! This is bloody lovely. I told myself I wasn't going to cook another Christmas dinner around a campfire, but I don't know. Timings. This just happened to fall right before Christmas. Yeah, that's good. Good Yorkshire pudding. Which I believe you guys in the States call popovers, is that right? I think I heard Ina Garten call them that. Cheers everyone. So apparently this happened. And I've done far too much custard. Oh. A nice Christmas pudding. Oh, that's a bit boozy. Well, Merry Christmas everyone. Well, I thought after dinner I should get the sleep system out. I've got my grabber style fold back to space blanket down, my Neo Air Thermarest, got my usual sleeping bag, and I've got the Alp Kit bivvy which Simon, the bloke in the woods, gave to me on our canoe trip, if you saw that video. Yeah, I thought best put it on really, you never know. I've got the tarp up and everything. Did spit a little earlier. I'm out of beer, so I'll probably have a cup of tea in a bit. Yeah, it's been a nice evening. Quite busy work with the Christmas dinner and that, and doing all this. But I might do a bit more, I'm not sure. Can I be bothered? We'll see. I'll chill for a bit and see how I feel. It's 10 o'clock now, so it's not too late really. Yeah, I might do a little bit more, we'll see. Otherwise I'll do some in the morning. bit smoky. Well, it wasn't too bad a night. I quite liked it. The little shelter was quite cosy. Once it's got a little bit of a front on it, I think it'll be quite nice. Got to figure out how to chink. Before in the lean-to I just used moss. There's no clay around here or anything, so maybe mud? Will that just wash off, I guess? I don't know. It's a shame. I wish there was clay here to figure something out. But yeah, I liked it. Did well. It didn't rain or anything, so couldn't really test it out like that. Though I'm sure it would have been fine with the tarp on. Got the fire on now for some breakfast, which I'm looking forward to. Another aeroplane, because I've started recording, of course. The Alpkit Hunker bivvy did well. Got a little dew on it this morning, so it kept that off of the sleeping bag, and there was no condensation inside. I didn't really have it done up tight or anything because it wasn't too cold, just a little chilly this morning. Just pancakes for breakfast again. Birds are going a bit mad over there. The owls were going off most of the night, really. Alright. Oh no! Oh no, what happened there? There we go, there's no shell. And go straight up the fire. And I've brought just some milk with me because I was drinking tea last night as well. In the bag is just flour and baking powder and a little salt, little caster sugar. Definitely gonna need some more milk. And we'll just give that a mix till it's ready. I had one pig in blanket left over from last night, so I thought I might as well throw that in the pancake. And I've got my usual McDonald's pancake syrup, just warming by the fire. So handy then. Just pour us a pancake. Just going to do one big one. Quite a thick one apparently. Alright, let's try and flip it. Oh, missed a bit. The syrup's nice and warmed up. Oh yeah. Not the prettiest pancake I've ever made, but it should do. I want a bit of bacon too. Well, I think I'm going to leave it there for now. I've not fully decided on what I'm going to do. If I'm going to have like a doorway in the middle or to one side. There's the raised bed, and there's plenty of work to do. It was quite cosy though. I can imagine with the chink in it, it'd be really nice over the winter. Maybe with a wood stove or something. Well, thanks very much for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a good Christmas to you all. And I shall probably see you in the new year. So goodbye for now.